listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith Johnson.
From the AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AFTERBUZZ TV Smash After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV Smash After Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Smash, Season 1, Episode 3. Enter Mr. DiMaggio. I am Tamara Berg. I'm here in the studio with Kendra Kabasele. Is that right? Okay.
Yeah, I like that. Thank you.
And Sarah Mendoza. And we have...
Love that.
the fabulous Ronnie Jr. running the board for us tonight.
Ronnie.
Hello. He gets applause
Hey.
too.
It's been a long day.
Ronnie. This is the end of the night, and Smash is a really good show.
Yes.
And I didn't know you were the host. You know, you were. I mean, I knew you were. I just didn't get to see you last week.
I
so
know. We ran by each other last
in
week.
NBC form when we did the sing-off. I'm excited to see what you bring to the table on this. That's
Yay,
all.
Yay. It's been a long, long day for some of us. It's been a long... It's Monday, and it's already been a long week for me.
We're supposed to have a 3-day weekend.
Yeah. Ronnie knows about how that is for me. So let's just get right into it, right? I wasn't here with you guys last week. You both were here last week,
Yes.
right? Okay. So I don't know how you managed without me, but I heard you did a good job. I heard you did a good job. Yeah. So I'm sorry I wasn't here, but of course I saw the episode. But so this week we have lots to talk about. There was a lot of story, not a lot of music this week, right?
Right.
I mean, I kind of felt it was a little light on music. That's okay. I'm sure we'll have other episodes that are different from that. But so let's just get right into Ivy and Derek. Okay. Uh-huh.
No.
I mean, they got right into it, right?
Right. Literally, like the very first scene. It was bow.
Right.
So yeah, you had plenty to say, Sarah. Every time Derek was on the
Derek infuriates me.
I have a direct quote. I hate him, is what you said.
I have that down too.
Yes, I'll say it again. I
hate him.
Because last week I was questioning whether, she might be using him to get the part. But now, we're seeing more and more that she really is just, a naive young woman who's hoping for a real romance with this guy. Mm-hmm. And he's obviously taking advantage of her, given his position in the show. He's the director. He knows that she wants the part, wants to keep the part. So, he's getting the goods from her, and
yes,
trying,
he is.
And he was also even, kind of flirting with Karen.
Right.
As well. So he's trying to get it everywhere, and it infuriates me.
Well, and it looks like that's coming up later as well, with him making potentially some moves with Karen.
Right.
As things move forward. So, what about you, Kendra? What do you think?
He's still trying. He's getting slimier and slimier as the season progresses. It's the third show, and he's already that slimy. But yeah, I agree. I'm not into him. I still am team Karen, so I'm still proud that she's not giving into this nonsense.
Yes.
But I do feel a little bit more sympathetic towards Ivy this time.
You do?
Yeah.
It seems like it doesn't seem like she's quite the schemer that she may have appeared to be last week.
I cannot believe the lies that come out of his mouth. Like when he was talking about the reason why he doesn't bring her over to his place.
You didn't believe that?
No.
Well, she did.
I cannot believe that she believed it.
Yeah.
She's so naive.
But you can see it's genuine guilt and genuine feelings of, like naivety. She seems really into him, and then questioning her, with her friends. She's like, did I get the part just because I slept with him? She did, but
for me, the jury's still out about whether or not she's as innocent as she appeared in this episode, because she I don't think that anybody could be as successful as she. Not that she's, but she's had 10 years on Broadway, they say, right, in the show. And I don't think you can possibly survive 10 years being successful on Broadway in New York and not have some kind of, pretty serious life experience but actors, either of you have been in the theater or anything like that, there's a lot of crazy stuff going on backstage. There's a lot of scandal, and there's a lot of, it's good-looking people and, young people and hard bodies and not a lot of clothing a lot of times, I hear. And
it's the entertainment business in general.
Right.
That one episode, though, where Julie and her husband, they're going in to talk about, the adoption.
Yes.
And they're joking because they've been together for 16 years, and the husband jokes like, yeah, it's unheard of in this industry.
Right.
That we've been together this long.
Because there's and it's all about people's egos and feeding each other's egos and not egos and fragile egos and just how people feel fulfilled and all of that kind of stuff. So I can't imagine that she's this sweet as pie, Mary Poppins or whatever.
In this context, I mean, maybe outside of that, she may be cutthroat in competition, but I
right,
feel like,
because we did see some of that in especially the first episode.
But I think when it comes to matters of the heart, she's a little more sensitive.
Okay,
and she shows her, her insecurities. I think we saw that last week.
Yeah, she kind of let it sneak through a little bit last week with the auditions, the multiple callbacks. She's like, why don't I have
her
it
frustrations with it? Mm-hmm.
And I agree with her in that maybe she is courageous and she's developed that confidence in her career, her show career, because she's been on so many shows and she knows how that works. But maybe with relationships, she hasn't had enough, runs with relationships in her life. That's why she's still so naive and... she has a lot to learn. She's showing.
Well, I think that's absolutely possible. And one of the things that I'm just not sure about the show Smash yet, because just in terms of this, that I feel like they lead us down one path at one time and then do a real 180-degree turn. And we can talk about our third part a little later. But I'm not really sure where we're landing, and it feels a little like. I feel slightly manipulated in a not great way, but I know they'll settle in and we'll finally figure out who people are, and I won't feel quite so I don't know, drifty, uneasy maybe.
I wonder if maybe their point is everybody's got both sides to them.
Yes.
The Karen side and the Ivy side of a Marilyn or of a person. So they're kind of like giving you a peek into
facets.
Facets
of people. I could see that. I definitely could see that.
Where with Karen, though, they really show a lot of her innocent side, mostly, except for the one when she had to prove
That's
herself
absolutely true. Yes, they do.
Derek's apartment that one day when he asked her to perform for her or for him. That was like the only time I remember her really being or attempting to be sexier, that other side.
Right.
Because I don't think she has much of that. I think she's more of the innocent girl,
Very girl next door.
So now what about Derek? So we've established that he's the most hated character at this point, although that might change by the end of our conversation tonight.
There's some runner-ups.
There are some runner-ups. But what, is he just a power-hungry, aging director who just takes advantage everywhere he can? Is that pretty much it for him? What do you think?
It's hard. I don't know. It's hard to tell because I feel like he does really have a passion for the art and for, for the musical. It's just maybe, I don't know. Was he treated poorly as a child? I'm going to go there. I don't know
I
what
think
his
just
issue
like
is.
people who have made it to the top, a lot of them, do become selfish. Or on the way to the top, they had to be selfish to get there. And that's just what they're used to now.
Do you think that there's any possibility that he could be genuinely caring about her and just doesn't want to bring her over to his place because he's scared or something like that? Yeah.
We're talking about Ivy, right?
Yeah.
No, he doesn't care about her.
It doesn't seem
Sorry.
like it. No.
I'm not trying to be...
I've been accused of being mean on shows before, so I'm just trying to give everybody their due.
Oh, no, I wasn't.
I couldn't see what that was. So
it was for me. The mic was, I needed to move the mic a little.
Okay, well, so then should we move on to our next topic then? So we just move on to Julia and Michael?
Sure,
yes. Do we have anything else? Do you have anything else you want to say about
I was just saying I wasn't being mean. I was just
No, not you saying
okay.
that. No, I've had on other shows I've had people tell me I was mean, and so I'm just trying to make sure I'm being right, Ronnie. He knows. He knows. Yeah. I tried to make up for it though. Anyway, Julia and Michael. Okay, so Michael, new character, yes. Michael Swift.
Yes.
Is his name. Played by Will Chase.
Mm-hmm.
We see him doing the first musical number of tonight's show.
Bruno Mars.
A Bruno Mars song, which is a great song.
Mm-hmm.
Fun.
Love it. Love Bruno Mars. He's from Hawaii. And I actually lived there for 6 years.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Big Bruno Mars fan.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
That musical looked like fun that they were doing.
It was interesting.
You know, that Bruno Mars thing that they were doing. I thought that was fun.
Yeah, whatever that was.
So we bring him in. While we were watching the show, I looked. What's his name? Will Chase up on IMDb, and he's done a lot of TV and a lot of single episodes and a couple of episodes on things lately. That's what he's done a lot. So his face looks very familiar. Yeah. Because I think even you, Sarah, were saying, "Now who's that guy? What is he?"
Yeah, he's a Broadway star too. He was in Rent.
Yes.
And also he did Miss Saigon with Lea Salonga.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so he can obviously sing and dance and act, and we got to see a little more of that later. So he comes in, and instantly we knew that there was something going on between him and Julia, right?
Yeah.
Some scandal. More scandal.
There's
so
discomfort in their conversation.
Yes.
Yeah.
And maybe I had missed earlier, did they say they dated? I don't know. I asked you guys midway. I was like, wait,
I think it was implied the whole way until the very end when she confesses to Tom that they did have an affair before.
Yeah, I had written down Julia and Michael, there's a history. And then he says the fateful words, "You smell good."
Yes. I think we all wrote that one down. We were like, oh, we all going,
conflicted. Because we all want to smell good. We all want to have handsome people tell us we smell good. However,
not when you're crossing the line.
This was a little cheeky of him to say, I think.
Yeah,
after he reached for the
crossing the line where.
But they way crossed the line apparently before.
Right.
So
they've been over the line, back over the line,
so
over stomped on the line,
dancing back on that line, saying, "Hey, remember that time when we and that other time
that time when I was so awesome."
They walked the line.
She's completely enamored by him, though. It's so obvious. She's so on edge around him.
I was kind of surprised she told Tom so freely.
But
I know he's her confidant,
but
it's just still, for Frank not to know and for Tom now to know, I just feel like
I think
it was
because she can't talk to other people. She just wanted to spill it. To somebody.
But now we know who else knows because she spilled it.
Yeah.
Oh my. Yes. Right? Because nobody knows except her and Michael and now Tom. Oh wait, that guy listening out in the hallway.
The eavesdropper.
Yeah.
The big mouth too.
This is going to be trouble.
Well, we're not there yet.
But so what do you think happened on the bridge? So she said I didn't get that. Did I miss something?
Well,
I was writing a lot tonight.
They were doing a show together.
Right.
And nothing had happened, but then they ran into each other on the Brooklyn Bridge.
Oh, so that was the beginning of their affair?
Yeah, that's why I was like, why
that's
are they
why
walking?
I was confused. I thought that she was saying that was the end of their affair, and that made no sense to me. Thank you for clearing that up.
They just kissed or something.
Oh no.
That's how it started.
No.
That's where the sparks started to fly.
Yeah.
And then it became their clothes flying off of them onto the
Right.
Yeah, no, they cut that out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is a big deal. She's having challenges with her husband at home because they're not on the same page about the whole baby thing. He hates her job. She's really dealing with her job and trying to do this amazing thing and be groundbreaking. And lo and behold, where she's going to be spending all of her time and all of her focus for the next months at least.
Yeah.
Oh, there's that dude who thinks I smell good.
Yes. And in describing to Tom you know, the details of the affair.
Now, see, I thought that was really clever how they did that, didn't you? How she really didn't say anything, but all of her nonverbals were going, and he was really, and it was really, that was fun. I thought that was a fun scene.
Yeah, it was fun until the eavesdropper popped up.
Well, yeah.
I mean, that was fun for watchers, I guess.
But. Yeah. It's not fun for anybody involved at this point.
Except for maybe Michael Swift. Because
yes. Yeah. So don't you think he's going to start making the moves? Of course he is. But I mean, if you don't tell somebody they smell good if you're going to maintain professional distance.
What do you think he meant when he said to her, "Oh, I'm married now"? Was that just nervous energy, or he's kind of trying to stop it before it begins?
Well, he seems like such a good and decent guy. I mean, how we're introduced to him is he's with his baby, stay-at-home dad. Wife comes through. She's so excited. Supportive. And then he says later, all I want to do is be a good father to her. Right? So he's really trying to be a stand-up guy, but obviously it was very and very for him too. Right?
So maybe he's just kind of flirting with the idea again in his head, but just because I don't know, maybe he's not going to cross the line this time. He's just kind of flirting with the idea.
We know where the season's going. we know what the finale is already.
Well, the preview says that they kiss for next week. They actually end up sharing a kiss. So
because
no bueno.
They may bond, maybe they're going to bond over the child thing. Because, you know, he has a baby and she wants a baby.
Oh, I could see that.
Prediction, but
I know it's hard. It's hard to stay within the exact confines. And we keep looking at our board up here, which tells us what we've decided to use as our topics for the night, and we keep going into the wrong topics and the wrong predictions, and we don't know where we're going. But I have mentioned it's been a long day. It's been a long week, and it's only Monday. So I just think the other thing that I'm excited about him coming into the show, Michael coming into the show, the character Michael, is I think we're just going to get some good songs and some good performances, because he gave a great one at the end with the Mr. and Mrs. Smith song. Can we just talk about that song?
Which I loved.
Didn't you?
Loved it so much.
That's cute.
And it's fun, you know, listening to Julia and Tom, you know, conceptualizing the song, and then we finally get to see it on stage. So cool.
And it was a really typical Broadway song structure, which was why I was singing along. You turned to me and go, "Do you know this song?" No, I'm hearing it right now. But if you see musicals, which I have, you know, it was pretty easy to see where that song was going and what they were doing with it. And I thought it was just lovely.
They're both such amazing singers, Megan Hilty and Will Chase. And they're seasoned Broadway stars. So it's just amazing that they pulled together this talent to be on the show.
And I like the harmonies that they were doing. I thought they were really pretty.
Let's try some harmonies right now.
No.
I'll lip sync. You guys go ahead.
Ooh, Tamara, you shared a secret with us earlier that you used to be a singer.
Well, I was in a, I can carry a tune. Really. I'm not being modest. That's really pretty much it. I can carry a tune. But when I was a kid, my mom taught us all harmonies. So I don't know. I can't sing a lead. If my life depended on it, I could not sing a lead. I can't sing a solo, but I can harmonize. So
that's not an easy thing. That's amazing. You can do that. I try for the life of me sometimes.
I'm great at it or anything, but I was in a vocal quartet, and so I sang the alto part in a vocal quartet for a couple of years, and it was great fun, and I loved it. And I'm really sad that we're not together anymore. But the soprano and the bass moved to Boston, and so it's just me and the tenor who live here, and we can't do it together. So that's how
can do like that.
You guys would have known she could carry a tune and could sing if you guys watched the AfterBuzz on the Sing Off, which is another NBC show, which makes me ask Tamara the question. Ben Folds, would he be a good guest star for Smash NBC? Just a little thought I had, seeing as you're friends with him.
That's a good question. I am friendly with Ben Folds. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't think he watches the show, quite frankly, because I do know that he's in the studio recording his new album, and I know he doesn't have time to watch TV at the moment, so I'm pretty sure he's not watching the show. But we are going to work on him for the sing-off, baby, you and me. And all y'all out there watching Smash, watch the Sing-Off. It's not coming back till December. You have many, many months to think about it. But the Sing-Off is a special. It's an all-a-cappella competition show, which is why I loved it so much. And I bullied people into watching it. And you loved it. And everybody I tell to watch it appreciates it and in some way thanks me.
Yeah, because they don't realize what you're about to get with that show.
That's right.
And so that's just why I thought it'd be a nice time.
So we're kind of off topic. But at Christmas time, I will play you all music that I have sung in because that's all we recorded was Christmas music.
We have to wait all the way
yeah, you do.
for winter.
You do. You do. You have to wait till at least November to hear me sing. So let's move on then to Ellis. Ellis, oh my gosh, right?
There's the runner-up.
Yeah.
There is our runner-up.
He's a close
for the most hated person
Kendra,
on the show.
I think you should talk about Ellis a little bit because you were pretty vocal in the room while we were watching.
He's changed.
Right. So
like
so the
early.
first two episodes, first episode just adorable, charming, cute,
we like,
and is he gay or not gay? So we
I was out of that discussion.
That conversation was pretty funny tonight.
Yeah.
So we walk in, we arrive in his bedroom, we see him in his underwear, and then a pretty girl who's also in her underwear, and you guys both go, "Oh, not gay," and I go, "No, it's his sister."
I didn't say it.
And we're like, Tamara, she's wearing underwear, strutting her stuff. I don't know if sisters and brothers do that.
Hi, it's my sister in her underpants. I was joking about that.
But,
no. But Tom, I wonder if Tom knows or has discovered it yet because he has that little crush on him.
But he has a new boyfriend, so it's fine.
Who's also very cute.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I didn't catch his name, but he's the dancer. He's the dancer friend
who's
of
friends
Ivy.
with Ivy.
Yeah. Who's
been the spy. There's a lot of behind the scenes stuff going on.
Yes, that dancer spilled the beans on Ivy sleeping with
Derek to Tom,
who told Julia.
Right.
Which made Julia spill the beans.
Getting all the names right.
No, but no applause.
I think that's why Julia spilled the beans too, is because she's like, oh, this is all too familiar, and that's when she got flustered.
She was defending. Yeah, because I think if we hadn't known about Julia's affair, she wouldn't have defended Ivy's behavior.
Oh, sure, sure.
But now it's all disappointing. But no, so Ellis, with his, we thought, charming self.
Yes.
Takes
charming and well-dressed self.
Takes Julia's notebook.
Now, hang on a second. First, sorry to interrupt, but I just want to take a quick tour down the wrong path. And that is, Ellis walking in his little vesty outfits. The first two episodes, because I pay attention to the wardrobe a lot in these shows as well. And didn't he wear like orange jeans or red, bright red jeans in one of the first episodes? I think that it might have been the scene where he got fired by her. He's standing out front in, his like skinny orange jeans with his
very metro.
That's so that was gay. That was a gay outfit.
I don't remember.
That was a gay outfit. That was not metro.
Borderline.
No. That was a gay outfit. That's what I'm talking about. Where
but people in New York, they're kind of like that, right? Or the men there, they wear stuff like that.
The gay men, yeah.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
This is one of those things where people are going to go, Tamara, she's mean.
No, I have no problem with that style.
I'm actually just talking about. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about the fact that what I was saying before about how the show is doing a lot of twists and turns, and I don't feel settled with the characters yet.
Right.
And I know it's only been 3 episodes, and it takes time to do that, but I feel like they're manipulating me a little bit. They're going, no, gay, because he didn't wear orange pants today. He was wearing like more muted colors. It wasn't quite the gay wardrobe that he's been wearing for the last couple weeks. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so Kendra, back to you.
His wardrobe.
The Notebook.
Yeah, it was just disappointing that he took the notebook. I think the girl who ended up in his room, his girlfriend, I don't know,
sister,
kind of put it in his mind and his other friends that he should be getting paid for his idea. So he, doesn't have a mind of his own, went and stole her notebook to fish through it. No,
well, I think he has a mind of his own, but I think he was trying to maybe sort of be more noble about it and go, oh, no, I'll get mine when it's time for me. But then, they really planted the seed.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, he could have kept that integrity and said, no, you know, and maybe even approach her about it, not fish through her private book.
Well, but didn't he steal... Where did he take the notebook? Was it before or after she was so nasty to him? He took the notebook before she was so nasty to him. But of course, she'd been nasty to him all.
Yeah,
I know.
All along, she's kind of snarky with him.
Yeah,
but you know, she's the higher up. It really annoyed me when he had the nerve to talk to Julia that way. When he was like acting as if he's the boss in that relationship.
I think he thinks he is now because it's his idea and he's trying to get paid for it.
Right, but in reality, he's the assistant. So I'm just,
he needs to stay in his lane.
Yeah, it's that would if that happened in actual life here in entertainment biz, you'd be fired. Yes. And it's funny because she's tried to fire him.
Yeah, and he
keeps coming back, and I think it's because Tom has this liking for him. But.
Right. Well, and what do you think he did with the notebook?
Well, he fished through it to see if there were any, I think, original songs, right? He was trying to probably take the rights or copy it so he could.
And he found something. We don't know what it is, though.
We don't know what it was.
That he shared with his girlfriend, not sister.
Right.
In the room.
Well, kind of. He was halfway hiding it.
Yeah. So she was kind of peeking over her shoulder like, oh. What is that?
And then
what do you think it's possible that he was basically preparing for his plan down the road? His maybe defending his original idea. Does it go to court? Am I going to blackmail her? Well, and then we find out he knows her secret. So of course he's going to blackmail her, right?
Oh, yeah. Because he probably copied the song sheets or whatever she had in her notebook.
Yes.
Maybe the whole notebook. He, photocopied, and then maybe he can claim that he had these lyrics before she did. I don't know.
Yeah, it's
any kind of shady activity.
It's pretty serious stuff.
Yeah,
it's pretty serious stuff. So he's got Tom who likes him, Julia who really doesn't like him, and he now knows Julia's secrets. He has her proprietary information on the idea that he thinks is his. There's a lot of layers going on there and a lot of potential for conflict.
Yes.
Which is what television is all about.
Yeah, can't be squeaky clean the whole season.
No. But there was this challenge that was going on between the two of them. He did take I just realized in my notes. He took the notebook before they had their big conflict over I'll make you a cup of tea,
which is probably why he thought he had that leverage to talk to her like that, because he's like, hey, I got some stuff on you now.
Right And then he heard all of her dirt, and we're all sitting in the room going, jeez, don't you people know how to whisper?
Right,
I know. You check around.
How do you not check around before you divulge that kind of information?
Well, but then there wouldn't be a show.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think probably a lot of times when people have doors closed, they assume that they're airtight. And if you're normally the person on this side of the door, you don't necessarily know that on that side of the door things are, because there's a window in that door.
Yeah.
Wow, really? People can hear me out there?
It was interesting. I think it was after Will Chase was introduced. Julia was sitting there brainstorming with Tom and saying maybe they shouldn't even have a DiMaggio.
Yes.
Do you remember that?
Yes.
Was that because that was before we knew she had an affair with him, right?
Yes.
So she was toying. It didn't.
Oh.
Maybe she was trying to.
So she just didn't want to deal with it. Maybe.
Yeah. Before we knew.
Have to be around him.
It was before.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. We didn't see them together until 2/3 down my page.
She said that, right.
So that happened.
Because she said that, and then she also kept saying marriage is a good thing. And I was like, is that.
She's trying to convince herself.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think she was before we found out. So in
yeah.
hindsight, that seems like.
Yeah. I mean, that seems crazy to me, though, to sabotage DiMaggio in your Maryland show.
Yeah.
To sabotage your show just to stay away from a guy who might get cast.
Right.
But she was definitely going, oh, I don't think we're going to get him. It's a long shot.
Well,
Isn't
she's
he
protecting
busy?
her
Yeah, exactly.
secrets.
I wonder why her go-to was let's eliminate the role rather than let's find somebody else.
Yeah.
She was just like running away from it completely.
She probably knew Tom would be like, well, why? And why? Like, you know, he
right.
I think he wanted, you know, the right guy. I don't know.
Again, I just think it's reckless for her to, like I said, sabotage the entire show with an incredibly important character so that she won't be tempted when somebody tells her she smells good.
She couldn't have predicted
that. My earrings are killing me. Sorry. Talk amongst yourselves. I gotta get this up.
Live online.
Oh,
are you okay?
I got extra holes in my head now. What else? I mean, Michael, Mrs. Montage.
I mean, we said Karen was kind of a subplot.
Yeah, I like that song that she sang. I thought that was fun.
Yeah, she's very good at country.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's pretty good at everything she does.
Yeah, and she's just so adorable too.
Yeah, she really is.
What I liked about this episode for Karen, though, is just how much concern we saw from the parents, and it's stuff we've all dealt with.
Sure.
Being in this business, you know, trying to make it, and we're taking, you know, jobs here and there in the beginning, especially.
Yes.
Which is what she's doing now, just to chase her dream. And of course, the parents' concern is, how are you going to take care of yourself? Because there's not a lot of money in it to begin with.
Right.
So when I was watching that, I was like, that's exactly like my mama and daddy. You know, like they just want me to make sure I'm okay, that I have enough finances to get by.
But isn't that great? I mean, she's got support all over the place. You know, because a lot of people, I know plenty of people who have been told, you know, no, I'm not giving you any money. I'm not helping you support this crazy, wacky dream that you have, not because it's but because it's not safe, and it's, you know, what are you going to fall back on, and all that kind of stuff. So I think it's really fabulous that she's got all this support.
Right. It's like her whole hometown, like her friends even, we saw at that party she was at, they're fully supportive. They call her like, hey, Miss Broadway, you know, like they're fully showing support for her.
Yeah.
Well, one of the important characters that you loved was very supportive.
Dev.
Yes.
Hubba.
I knew you would
He's a
love
cutie pie.
They are so cute.
Yeah. He's squeaky clean, and I think he will be.
Yeah, it's all.
I like that he was staking his claim.
Yes.
That was funny.
In front of Derek.
Yes. That was good.
He just like shows up on their date, or not date, at their meeting. But by the way, why did he have that meeting with Karen? Who does that? You cast the other girl, Derek, and you're gonna take the other girl.
He's a slime ball.
He is, and he wanted.
He's just covering all his bases.
And he bought. Remember, he tried to buy her a drink. She's like, "Oh, I'll have a club soda." You could see the disappointment on his face. Like, oh, that's not gonna help me. That's not gonna help me.
He's like, this roofie's gonna dissolve.
Right. Exactly. Dissolves much better in vodka.
Right. He's so slimy.
He is.
I don't like him. No.
But Karen, she's on it. Don't worry, she'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, but let's just say it. Dev and Karen are going to break our hearts before the end of the episode, before the end of the season. There's definitely going to be tension. There's probably going to be a breakup.
But they'll get back together.
Okay.
Well, she's
no, I don't know.
You're such an optimist. I love that about you.
No, I think, was it last week or the week before? I was kind of questioning him because I was like, he's too squeaky clean. But I think that's just him.
Yeah.
And I think they fit well together. And she's sticking to her guns. I don't think, what's his name? Derek. I don't think he can penetrate that. So
he's gonna try.
Oh,
he will try. No, I didn't mean it that way either. I just meant he is gonna try and break them up because he tries to get his action anywhere he can. And who wouldn't want Catherine McPhee?
Right.
Yeah.
She's a hottie patati.
I don't think she's gonna do it though.
You don't think that she's going to?
She's not gonna fall for it. No.
No, I don't think so either.
Yeah.
But I think there will be heartbreak in that relationship.
And I don't think Dev will leave because remember they had that fight and he still was the gentleman and he. You remember?
You girls.
And I'm
clearly not familiar with heartbreak.
Oh, no, I'm familiar with it. I'm familiar with it.
But I am awesome. So I just want, I have a little love note here.
Who's that from?
I'm not telling.
It's from Dev.
She's all writing herself notes.
I'm not. I don't misspell my name.
It's from
I
me.
saw 3 letters there.
I think we should maybe go to commercial, and then we'll come back and talk some predictions. Is that okay with you, Ronnie? Okay.
AfterBuzz TV.
Hi, I was once like you, a lazy, angry loner whose only joy was watching TV and surfing the net. And, like you, after I'd see one of my favorite TV shows, I'd be so excited and have so many questions that I'd actually have to talk to my douchebag coworkers about it at the water cooler. Then I discovered AfterBuzzTV.com. AfterBuzz TV produces after-show webcasts and podcasts for TV series of all kinds, like post-game wrap-up shows for all your favorite TV shows. AfterBuzz TV hosts are industry insiders who break down episodes of shows, take calls from fans, and interview cast and crew from each series, with over 60 different after shows, from Boardwalk Empire to American Idol to Vampire Diaries to Real Housewives, and more. Now, after a night of TV, I can ignore my stupid coworkers, who I hate, and go straight to my desk and watch or listen to all my favorite AfterBuzz TV after shows, and have all the TV fan interaction I need. Thank you, AfterBuzz TV.
AfterBuzz TV. What do you want to buzz about?
Oh, yeah. But before we go to predictions, Ronnie, actually, we're going to do a little news and gossip because Kendra's got some. God bless her.
AfterBuzz TV News.
So straight off the presses, tonight's show had three songs, as we know. It was Grenade, Redneck Woman, and Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Yes.
The announcement is that they're available today on iTunes.
Yes.
Right away, so everyone can go there and download. Just a quick thing on the ratings. The ratings fell Monday from the ratings from last week.
Oh, really?
So they dropped a full point among adults 18 to 49 and but they still had more than 3 million viewers. And sorry, I can tell you that they had, it's weird. It says 3 million, but then it says they had 8.1 million viewers and 5.2 over 8. So
that has to do with the, I'd have to look at it, but it has to do with the number of sets and the percentages and the share versus the viewers and that kind of thing, which is all very complicated. And when I took a class at UCLA, I remembered what it was, but I don't remember it at the moment. I can't describe it now.
That's okay. We'll go straight into the gossip.
Yes, let's.
Our favorite guy, Ellis, who's played by Jaime Cepero. Is that how you say it?
I'm sure. Yes.
Just a little trivia. When he got the part, he was crying and freaking out, and his dad actually thought that he had gotten into an accident.
Aww.
And he's actually presently filming the 13th episode, and there are 15 episodes that we'll be seeing.
Oh, so he's going to be around for quite a while.
He's going to be
excellent.
Guess he's not fired.
This is the kicker. As the season progresses, viewers can count on Ellis to stir up more trouble.
Yes.
He's going to go through some great hoops to make sure that Marilyn the show is a success by any means necessary. He's going to make sure that he's a part of it and the show goes really well, and you can expect him to be carrying a lot of information about everyone that is very pivotal.
So he's going to be like the keeper of the secrets.
Yes.
The little sneak.
I think this was just the beginning, what we saw tonight.
Yeah.
It's going to get kind of crazy.
Another little piece of show, it's not so much gossip as it is and it's not really a prediction because I heard it on the Today Show, but Angelica Houston talks about how she's going to have a love interest later in the season.
Last week.
Yeah.
I think.
We did?
And he's a studly looking guy.
Yes.
She does good.
Oh, yes.
He's, let me dig that up.
But there's going to be actual romance between them, which is...
he used to be on All My Children, and I'm trying to think of his name.
Good for her, because that Jerry guy is...
Loser.
A loser, yeah.
Oh, no.
He's a manipulator and a loser, and he needs to,
Yeah, he's just one of those...
He needs to go back to Hollywood and make movies or whatever it is he does.
Thorsten Kaye. Yes. He's going to be on as her love interest. He was a former All My Children cast member.
Excellent.
And he's handsome. I don't know if we still have that photo from last week, but...
I'm all for the romance.
Jerry has a little competition there.
Okay. Excellent. Well, now I think we should just go on to our predictions, shall we? Is that okay with you? Fantastic.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
What do you got?
I don't remember what I said earlier, but I was kind of making a premature prediction.
Well, I think you were talking about Ellis a little bit.
Yeah.
It's part of what you were saying.
But now I don't remember.
That he was going to be a snake, and he was going to create problems for people.
Yeah, I think it was a it was a relationship thing. I thought because I thought I stopped myself. But you guys go ahead first.
I absolutely think that Karen and Dev are going to have major heartbreak, and I think it's hysterical that you guys are both looking at me like I'm crazy.
So soon, you think?
No, I think it's going to be a couple of episodes down the road. I don't know if he's going to, it could result from her success, rising. And I know he supports her, but he wants her to be a star. I wholeheartedly believe that. But I also think that he may not really know what he's getting into with her and her, the hours that it's going to require when she does become more successful and starts maybe being recognized and things like that. That just changes things. Yeah. And I think I'm certain there will be heartbreak between the two of them because they're too fabulous right now.
There's going to be something.
The writer in me coming out.
My prediction for Ivy is we see that she starts getting a clue next week with Derek.
Oh,
because
she's jealous.
Yeah, she starts to get jealous seeing him interact with Karen.
Mm-hmm.
So I think with that happening, I think she might cool off a little bit or confront him or something's going to happen there.
Well, and do you think that's going to affect her status within the show? Do you think he's going to maybe sabotage her because she's not being the gal she wants him to be, or?
I think that the competition is going to resurface somehow.
Yeah.
Well, we do know, we were talking about this last week, there's going to be Uma Thurman's going to come on, who's interested she's interested in the part in a future episode. So not only do we have that going on, but we also have more players coming in.
Yeah. Adele's supposed to be on too.
Oh, fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
But go ahead. You're done?
Yeah.
I guess I'm just going to predict that Julia is going to cause heartbreak with her husband, and she may end up with
Michael.
Chase. Yeah, Michael. Yeah. And then that's going to cause problems with his wife and child. And if we're going to get dark.
That's because that's big. Because she's got a teenage son. Mm-hmm. A husband who's going through his big challenges because he's talking about going back to work and becoming a teacher or becoming a teacher again or going back to teaching. So there's and
the adoption.
There's a certain amount of turmoil going on at the moment, right? And they went back to going, yes, we are going to adopt a baby. So that's moving forward. So there's a lot of turmoil in their relationship already, and that's just grand upheaval is what that is.
I think it could either be a result of her guilt built up and she admits it, or it could be Ellis blackmailing her. Somehow her husband's going to find out about the affair. And
ooh, I feel like she's going to spill it.
Yeah.
You think Julia will?
She just seems like the type that just will erupt,
Really?
Yeah.
Just because she can't handle the pressure of it?
Yeah, like it's brewing too much within her, Yeah. The whole ordeal.
She had 5 years to tell him.
But now the cat's out of the bag, and I bet you Alice is going to approach her, and she's like, "Oh, shucks, this is going to get to my. This is. I was going to say something else, but
I know what you were going to say.
Oh,
smash.
Oh, smash. Yeah,
that's a good one.
I think I might find out, so I better tell him first. Something like that.
Wow.
So many.
But she's not going to try and kill Ellis or something, or like tear out his tongue. And I don't know. Talking about dark. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But she could. What might happen is that she will try to make Ellis go away once she finds out that. And I don't mean kill him, but I mean fire him.
Like, there's a job in.
In Poughkeepsie. I think they need somebody just like you. So she sends Ellis away, just figuring he will be out of the picture and not be able to tell her husband. But then because Ellis is sort of creating this claim that he's staking on the entire show, she won't be able to make him go away. So it's gonna be dirty. It's gonna be a dirty fight, I think.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah. And
bring it on.
Heartbreak and sadness. I think that's pretty much it. I'm really looking forward to next episode. Had a great time with you girls. I'm sorry I wasn't here last week.
No, it's so good to have you here.
Yeah. So, your Twitter.
At Kendra Kabasele, KendraKavasele.
My Twitter is at Sarah Mendoza, SarahMendoza.
I am at Tamara Jewelry on Twitter. And also my website is tamaracentral.com. Ronnie, you want to tell us about you? You're at Ronnie Jr. Media. Is that right?
You are correct.
I am correct.
We have been doing shows together for some time.
We have indeed. Well, that's it. So we will see you all next week for Smash.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later!
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.